Hey everyone, this is Carl Richardson with StoneHouse Professional Services. Today we're going to be going over a pier and beam home that we're working on here in San Antonio. I just wanted to show everyone a few little things that we do on the homes and a little bit about the process and what you can expect when we're working on your home as far as it being a pier and beam structure. If you don't know anything about pier and beams, we're fixing to find out. Let's talk about it. All right, everyone, let's take a closer look at a pier and beam project that we're actually doing right now. This home is probably one of your worst case scenarios. They're not all like this, but this one was pretty bad. And so the first thing that we did as we came in, we had to remove all the subfloor. The subfloor is basically whenever you walk inside your home, you are being supported by your subfloor. All that had to be removed. We had to come in and we had to form new piers. We had to install these piers. We got a city code requires these piers to be 10-inch piers with a base poured. So we have a base and then we have rebar inside each one of these. And we've poured them with concrete. The house is pretty much level now, but we don't have the weight sitting on those tubes yet. The weight will not be put on for a week. You never want to put the weight on them directly because they're freshly poured. So you don't want to put weight on them until they've cured pretty good. So right now the house is being supported by blocks just so it can sit level. As always, guys, it's very important that when you hire a contractor to do any work on your home that involves structural, you always want to make sure they're pulling a permit and you want to make sure that there's an engineer involved. A lot of things that we do are city requirement, but they're also our engineer requirements. This house is very extensive. It's not your normal pier and beam job. You know, if we had to rip up all the flooring, you don't always have to do that. It just depends on how bad the damage has gotten. And in this case, we had to. We didn't have a choice but to remove all the subfloor. A lot of this work can be done from underneath the home whenever the subfloor is good. Obviously, it makes it easier if there is no subfloor, but it doesn't have to be removed all the time. Another big part is making sure that your home is being inspected throughout the process. So when we come in, on this home, we removed all the flooring, we leveled the home, put new beams everywhere where they're needed, dug out all the new posts, and then our engineer comes in and he makes sure that the posts are A, in the right location, and B, that we put all the rebar that's needed and we have dug deep enough for each post. After that, we pour each post, which we've done 99% of them here are poured, and then our engineer will come back out to make sure everything is set right and is good as far as they're gonna sign off on it. So at the end of the day, just make sure that whoever you hire for A, know what they're doing, and B, they're pulling their permits and getting everything done for you the way it should be. We run into so many jobs where contractors don't pull permits, the piers are installed wrong, and the sad part is whenever a concrete post like this is poured and they don't pour a base, we cannot reuse that post. We have to actually take that post out because it's typically in the way of where we need to put a new one, and now we have to actually pour a new post because engineers will not sign off on old posts not knowing how they were built, if they were built correctly. So we have to look at all that, and some people think that what we do is kind of extensive as far as just leveling your home. But at the end of the day, we have engineers and we have to follow their requirements. We have a cedar post that's still here. I wanted to show y'all. And you know, cedar posts are a no-go. We're not allowed to touch them unless we're removing them. So if you have cedar posts under your home, just know that it is going to be extensive. The amount of work that it's going to take is going to be costly. It's not cheap, and neither is labor and material. So with that being said, at the end of the day, if you need anybody, or if you just don't know, you just, you know, you see cracks in your home, you feel like the floor is unlevel, just give us a shout. Call us, and we'll be happy to go out and give you an evaluation, and we don't charge for that. So if nothing's wrong with your house, we'll be the first ones to tell you, but if something's wrong, we'll be the first ones to tell you. All right, everyone, so this is a cedar post I wanted to talk to you about. So this is what's under your home right now if you have cedar posts. This cedar post used to actually support the home. Now it doesn't because we poured new concrete posts, but this is what we talk about when we say cedar post. So this is why they're not allowed anymore. You see how rotten this is? If you were to come in here and re-shim this house, re-support it with shims, you're doing no good, because in a couple years this is just going to keep moving and shifting and falling. So that's why they have to be removed.
Give us a follow on social media for more tips. If you need help with your foundation, you can book a free inspection at 210-879-8521 or online at stonehouse1.com.